From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. Calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Don't make a play. And accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 38-yard line.
Now left side, the completion is tight end. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Jets nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points. So they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go.
Wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they have the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Jordan Willis.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Saints 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First down.
They run with Logan. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Saints' 12-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. For the guys on the team who say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Jets 21, Saints 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
2nd and 1.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Point after here coming up. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Jets 28, Saints 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Saints, first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Mixon on the carry.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Saints get a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Griffin.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They're down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Taken in, and that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 17-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
17-yard line.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a catch.
As most teams do for their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. T.J. Logan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Logan, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 10 yards out. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on.
For the point after.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Saints 19.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Second and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Intended for number 88. Incomplete. It's now third down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. But that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's third down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a quick slant as the throw is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jets 56, Saints 19.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And now here's another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Logan. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Today's final score, Jets 56.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.